I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Outside the Playbook. Special thanks to Amanda Watson of Primerica for sponsoring today's episode. Click the link down below and start your journey for financial planning today. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about giving players their flowers, because everybody likes to pick and choose when we get to talk about the NBA in a certain light. Everybody's saying it's the way the media covers the game that is having such a negative effect on the game. But when it comes to a certain individual, they can pick and choose. And they're 9 times out of 10, they're not going to say anything positive about this player. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to read off numbers, accolades, stats. I'm going to read off all that. And then I'm going to show you a video. And you're going to tell me if it sounds like we're talking about the same player. All right. This player has 26,148 points, 20th all time. He has 8,661 rebounds, number 1 at his position. 9,905 assists, 8th all time. 1,951 steals, 16th. Win shares, 112.5, 65th all time. Defensive win shares, 42nd, top 50 all time. Plus minus 3.7, 46th all time. Free throws made, 5,966, 24th all time. Free throws attempted, 7,727 free throws attempted. That is 27th all time. A 9-time All-Star, 3 times assist leader, 2-time scoring champ, an MVP, member of a 75th anniversary team, one of 2 players with 20,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, and 8,000 assists. 9 years straight of making all NBA, 4 years straight top 5 MVP finishes. And you know what? You probably already know who I'm talking about. Let's head on to the video so you can hear for yourself exactly what I'm talking about.
On the Russ stuff, we tried to warn you, Denver. And in the very beginning, a whole lot of chirping. Why couldn't LeBron make it work the way Joker can? Oh, not from you, Brew. I'm just saying a whole lot of, one of the things that makes Joker so special is his ability to, Russ you got him for the minimum, was a forgotten guy. But look, the answer is no, you can't fix him. Russ is an all-time legendary player.
He's playing well with Denver for what he's doing. He's not a star at this point. Yeah. He lost them a game.
No.
It's one game. I'm not going to say, Jokic, it's not even just Jokic. Russ has fit in well there.
Yeah, he won't when it matters. He won't.
He's not a star. If they're counting on Russell Westbrook to get them a championship, yeah, they're in trouble.
What I'm telling you, he will be a net negative on winning playoff games.
I'm not ready to say that.
If I may, I am ready to say that. He has not been able to contribute to winning basketball in nearly a decade. In nearly a decade. There have been 5 teams that have opted in to the Russell Westbrook experience. One of them, it was smart, because it was the one team that was like, hey, we just want to maybe find a way to make it into the playoffs. Washington. And that's when Houston had real championship aspirations with an MVP level player. It did not work. The Lakers had real championship aspirations with an MVP level player. It did not work. The Clippers, with the Clippers, a lot of similarities to this, regular season, he's accepting his role. Maybe it'll work. And the Clippers era ended with a playoff series where, this is accurate, he played 19 minutes per game scoring 6 points per game on 26-23 splits in the postseason, which is only slightly worse than his postseason numbers this decade, which are 16 points a game on 37-27 splits. The Clippers had real championship aspirations with an MVP level player, and now the Nuggets. They have all taken their turn on the late stage Russell Westbrook carousel, and it always will end like this because he does not have the ability to not be Russell Westbrook at all times. And
here's what's so frustrating about this is we haven't heard a single word. ESPN did this too. Haven't heard a single word about the Denver Nuggets and how they're, getting through the season in spite of Russell Westbrook and how he's causing all these problems, how he's losing them games. Haven't heard a word. He plays poorly down the stretch of the Nuggets game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're running it the next morning. Granted, Nikola Jokic had 61, triple-double. They lose the game. He misses a layup, gets the foul call. Okay, we're not going to pretend that this one game has been the microcosm of the entire season. And don't play stupid and say, you know what? He hasn't contributed to winning in about 10 years. Let's talk about that real quick. So you're telling me that there's only 3 instances Russell Westbrook has missed the playoffs in 17 years. Number 1, his rookie season. Number 2, he was returning from injury and Kevin Durant went on and hurt his knee and ended his season. That's number 2. And number 3, the Los Angeles Lakers. 3 times was he ever below 500 in 17 years. Rookie season with the Wizards, with the Lakers. Now, with the Lakers, LeBron and Anthony Davis didn't really play all that much that season going down the stretch. They had no chance to make the playoffs that year. And guess what? Because of that, Russell Westbrook led them in points, rebounds, and assists. And you know what? You talk about the Wizards. Had no business even making the playoffs that year. Russell Westbrook answered a question earlier that year. He said, you know what? Let me get healthy. We'll figure it out. We'll be in the playoffs. Finished the season on something like 19 wins and 7 losses to get them into the playoffs. Averaged 22, 11, and 11. And Bradley Beal had the greatest season of his career. And guess what? So did Paul George. So did Kevin Durant. And you know what? Let's talk about the last several stops for Russell Westbrook. You look at Houston. They actually wanted Russell Westbrook and not James Harden to stay. Russell Westbrook was the one that was trying to change the culture. Harden was late all the time, not working as hard, partying, going to clubs, all that. They wanted to keep Russell Westbrook because, number 1, he was going to hold James Harden accountable, and number 2, he was there to work and win games. Best statistical year of his career. 27-7-7 on 47% from the field. Nobody talks about that. Let's talk about Bradley Beal in Washington. There was a practice that they had, and everybody was going up and down the court, 5v5. Bradley Beal didn't touch the ball several possessions. Russell Westbrook stopped the whole practice and said, what the heck are y'all doing? The fact that Bradley Beal is over there, one of the best scorers in the entire league, and you haven't even got him a single touch going up and down the court for the past several possessions. That ain't going to happen no more. Cut it all out and went on to average 22, 11, and 11, and Bradley Beal had the greatest season of his entire career. Let's talk about the Lakers now. You know what? Everybody makes a big deal out of the Lakers situation. Like, number 1, LeBron James and Anthony Davis were injured majority of the time he was there. Majority of the time. And guess what? Like I said, 17-7-7. There were some moments where Russ wasn't himself. But guess what? You got to think psychologically. A lot of this outside noise is going to get to you. And you also got to talk about the fact that Mr. Glass himself, you know what? I said I'm not going to call NBA players out their name no more. So I'm just not going to do it. You also got to talk about the fact that Anthony Davis, anytime he hits the floor, the whole arena is going to hold their breath. Darvin Ham was not the best coach for the job. That's a fact. LeBron wasn't always healthy, and he wasn't healthy going to the late stages of the season either. So you're going to point the finger at Russell Westbrook. You need a scapegoat, and not the fact that Rob Pelinka gave away basically the entire championship roster, tried to completely overhaul it, and bring in nothing but vets from other teams like Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook. pieces that did not fit whatsoever, and you thought that it was just going to be, all right, let's run it back and go get a championship, right? You thought that was a solution to your problems. And all of a sudden, it's Russell Westbrook's fault? Okay, cool. Now let's move on to the fact that with Russell Westbrook, they were 11th seed in the Western Conference. Albeit, like I said, AD and LeBron were down with injuries most of that time. The following year, without Russell Westbrook, they improved to a grand 7th seed, still in the play-in. The following year, 8th seed, still in the play-in. So that was all Russell Westbrook's fault, the way that you move on from him, and now all of a sudden you should be top 4 seed in the Western Conference, right? No, that's not how that panned out at all. Not even close. And then let's talk about the Clippers, all right? The Clippers go into the playoffs. No Paul George. Kawhi Leonard plays 2 games, and James Harden didn't come to the team yet. So Westbrook's putting up 24, 7, and 7. No Kawhi, no PG. And he guarded Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, guarded everybody on the Phoenix Suns, and even got them a game by himself. Put up a triple-double. I'm pretty sure it was a 40-point triple-double in that series. No credit whatsoever, and he doesn't contribute to winning basketball. That's the point you were trying to make. And then also, let's talk about the fact that that following year in the Clippers, the one that you're talking about, you know, he had 6 points in 19 minutes a game, didn't shoot great. Well, they had Paul George, they had James Harden, they had Norman Powell, they had all these other pieces, but you're talking about the guy coming off of the bench playing 19 minutes a game as it being his fault that they didn't win the playoff series versus Luka going crazy for 30 a night, Kyrie going off for 25 to 30 a night, and somehow it is the guy coming off the bench as the 7th or 8th man, and it's his fault you didn't win that series. That's bull. That is 100% bull, and you can't convince me otherwise. You're looking for a reason not to like somebody and pick and prod at all these different things. When I just read you career accolades that gave this man 99.9% chance of making the Hall of Fame, and he's already a 75th anniversary team member. The man's been in the league for 17 years. Like I said, one of 2 players with 28 and 8,000. The other is LeBron James, one of 3 players with a perfect triple-double in his career. That is getting a triple-double, not missing a shot from the field, and not having any turnovers, and not having a single miss at the free throw line. And then you look at 9 years straight, making All-NBA. The only year he didn't in that span, he got injured, torn meniscus. Now, 4 straight top 5 MVP finishes. He has 4 years of averaging a triple-double after everybody said it was impossible and nobody was going to catch Oscar Robertson. He has 203 triple-doubles for his career, and everybody say it's stat padding, and he doesn't contribute to winning. It doesn't equal wins. How about a 73.9 win percentage when he does get a triple-double? How about that? Does that contribute to winning? Does it? That's just a simple yes or no, and I think we can get to the conclusion that 73.9% out of 203 is an excellent assessment to say Russell Westbrook can get you some wins in the regular season. Now, playoffs, doesn't have a championship. So you need to keep that same energy with James Harden, right? Keep the same energy with SGA. Is that what we're doing? We're being fair across the board, right? How about Joel Embiid? Are we keeping that same energy with him, who's never even sniffed the conference finals? Are we keeping the same energy across the board? Or are we going to give flowers to the players that have done great things in the game of basketball? Terrible ending to the game. Terrible ending. The foul, the missed layup, the 1 out of 2 free throws all contributed to end of that game. But there's no reason to sit there and act like this is something that's been going on perpetually the entire season, when in fact, if it wasn't for him, without Jamal Murray being in and out of the lineup, with all the injuries they've had, they wouldn't even be in the position that they're in now. And it's all attributed to the chemistry he has with Nikola Jokic, because Aaron Gordon's been out, MPJ's been out, Brown's been out, Jamal Murray has missed a ton of time. So they have all of these injuries across the board, and there's one guy every single night, heart and soul of the team, who's making sure they're still able to get wins and not miss a beat. He would be in the 6-man conversation if he didn't have to start so many games because Jamal Murray or Brown being out of the lineup. So please, make no mistake, we're going to give Russell Westbrook his flowers. Yes, hold him accountable, say he played a bad game. Don't go as far as saying that he hasn't contributed to winning in the past 10 years, because that's just nonsense. Get this video a like, subscribe to the channel. That's one more for the good guys.